reached a point, I knew the names of the holidays, the dates, and the days. I used to look at the calendar. Basapo, ndapumzika kabisa.
Yes. No, but I want to know, how did you arrive to that decision? No, I want to know.
So Monday, I went in the afternoon and I'm back, baby.
You are back. Yeah.
Aki Anani, but 2024. Whoever's writing 2024, put that goddamn pen down. Put it down.
Nivo, funga laptop. Go home. Go home. Shukisha.
You know, it's funny when I called you and I was like, Willow, I want to do an episode. Then the phone cut.
Yeah.
And then you know what Willow said? Ati now look, you've quit your job, not una credit. Guy.
I know.
I was
I'm
like,
thinking,
so you need to me a credit.
I'm thinking the effects kick in haraka.
Already, immediately.
Oh, you thought it's going to be easy?
Damn.
Quit your job and get home.
Yeah. So you saw the video.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah. I quit my 9-to-5 video. I posted it on TikTok. I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting my job tomorrow on Monday. Why am I nervous? So here we are. Unemployed, but I am happy. Can you smell that?
No, something is smelling.
Yeah, it smells like freedom.
That's a good one.
That's the scent of freedom.
Yeah. No, but I want to know, how did you arrive to that decision? No, I want to know. Because, you know, most of the times when people are quitting, people are like, okay, before you quit, you must do you have savings? You know, there are things to look at. Because you can't just wake up and quit. Hey, Flo, if I woke up and quit today, I'll be done. I can't make that decision. I think it's actually bold.
To be honest, first of all, I am glad that I went through that season. I had the job for nearly 6 months, but there were just some things that culminated and it reached a point I realized this is not for me. And in the video, I talked about things like the Sunday dread. That thing is real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real.
That I know. I go through that myself.
It reminded me of when I was back in school.
Yeah.
And you remember? And you just had to think about Monday. But this one was worse.
Yeah.
The only time I would enjoy myself was Saturday.
Yeah.
And a sense of relief on Friday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, maybe little bit Sunday morning. And then afternoon reaches, I'm counting down. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I'm not even present because I'm thinking about what do I have to do on Monday, Tuesday, the entire week.
Yeah.
A lot of people asked me.
Yeah.
They sent me, I think I even saw some comments.
Yeah.
And a few people asked me in the DMs. They were curious, how did it go?
Yeah.
I don't think they anticipated me resigning.
Yeah.
But
because you had just come in 6 months ago.
I mean, even I didn't know that I was going to resign that Monday. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, but it was amicable.
Yeah.
There was a time, like I said, I was tempted to just bounce.
Yeah.
But it was important that I left honorably.
Yeah.
But what was funny though was because you remember I checked out.
Yeah.
So now when they were saying, oh yeah, but you need to do the handover. I was like, this week, I was like, do I really have to?
Do I have to? Wait, but was it
Fantasizing.
your first 9-to-5 job?
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
I think I spoke about it the last time when we had.
Yeah, you
You
were
and
still
I?
thinking about it.
I was
You
like, I
hadn't
was sitting
started.
here like a princess. I might do a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting easy.
Especially as a creative, it's usually harder.
Yeah. I'm glad that I went through it
Yeah.
because there's some things that, one, it highlighted what I really want to do and what I don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It highlighted my strengths
Yeah.
and even some things that I need to work
A
on.
bit
That I
of
need.
saving happened.
Yeah. Some things that I need to adopt from the structure, even moving forward in my life.
Yeah.
So it was a slow process. I don't know if six months is a slow process, but towards the tail end, I there's a point I just I was thinking about, should I just leave without notifying anyone? Actually, this reminds me of something. So in the video, there are 2 comments that made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
So one guy said he was so frustrated that he went for lunch.
And I saw that comment.
And he never came
he
back.
Never came back.
He never came back.
He was so done.
He was done.
Yeah.
There's a point I almost reached that.
Yeah.
Another guy said, Ati, he told his boss he's on a spiritual journey. So he may or may not come back. And then Ati, when he didn't come back, the boss was worried.
Yeah.
So he never came back.
He went.
Yeah. Kabisa, dust.
Yeah.
So I had those fantasies.
Yeah.
At some point I was like, oh, this looks...
That, and when the alarm goes on in the morning and the alarm goes off in the morning and you're like, do I really need this job?
You're just there
Do
sitting.
I really need the money?
No, this is my experience again.
Yeah.
I hadn't used a Boda in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So now I was using Bodas to and fro.
Yeah.
And I even know the exact amount of time from my place to that office. 18 minutes. And it's on a high traffic road.
Yeah.
So by the time I get to the office, I was a bit on edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just there chilling with my Buddha rider.
No.
Yani, you're having mini heart attacks.
Yes.
You're almost dying on the way. Then you have to be composed when you're talking to the clients. Hello.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it took me some time for sure.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Where are you at, Willow?
Where am I at? I'm not where I was last time.
Yeah, you seemed fed up.
I was fed up. I really needed some kind of a change. You remember when I was just saying the routine, it's getting monotonous, and that's the one thing about 9 to 5. It can be very monotonous because it's the same thing. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm in a better place because I got a new responsibility. Actually, recently, it's not even over a month. It's maybe less than a month. Yeah.
So is it that you needed a challenge?
I needed a challenge, but then okay, that's the pro of it. But the con of it is I'm afraid that I may take the same time I took in the other job, go about an year, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. I've learned everything I need to learn. The challenge has come. But so I feel, because it's a starting thing actually, like it's still the same company, but it's a starting thing, and I'm getting to build this thing from, it's more of you're starting something from scratch. So I'm excited to see how far I can take it. Yeah.
That's a good challenge.
Yes. So and of course, it comes with a bit more money.
Of course.
Yeah. Wakiguza wallet is sour. We do the job, but yeah.
Speaking of money, someone asked me if they paid you a bit more,
would you have stayed? Yes.
And I thought about it, and maybe I would have stayed a bit longer. But eventually I would have arrived at this point.
Yeah.
So what really bothered me was by the time I get home.
Yeah.
So it's Friday, I get home.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything.
You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to see anyone. You just want your space.
I was so exhausted that I didn't feel as though I was creative as I was before.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, okay, I need to relish these 2 days.
Yeah, like as a creative, because I have something that I do. I have a regular job, yes, but I also have something that I do on the side. Like I do TikTok videos and all that.
Yeah.
And I realized anytime like I'm on leave.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm on leave and I shoot a video. Actually, I can even shoot like 5 videos when I'm on leave. But when I'm working, I'll think of, I'm not going to shoot a video during the week. I'm going to shoot something on Saturday. And if I'm to do my hair or anything on that Saturday, that means that day is gone.
It's done.
So that day is gone. So I realized anytime I'm on leave, and even on TikTok, most of the followers that I've gotten, I shoot a video and have more time, and I'm able to follow up with another video, and it gets me to like 2,000 more followers.
Do you know it
because ideas and the humor just comes because mine is on that side.
Yeah, with creative, you can't force it. You have to be...
to be free. You have to be relaxed.
And inspired.
Yeah.
It reached a point, I knew the names of the holidays, the dates, and the days.
We look forward to those things.
I used to look at the calendar. Apo. Sasa, ndapumzika kabisa.
Yes.
There's a side of me that is so free-spirited.
Yeah.
And very experimental, very curious, very I want to explore.
Yeah.
And that felt
A 9 to 5 does not give you that privilege. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Now,
Yeah.
again, not everyone can quit their job.
Yeah.
We're not sitting here saying now everyone should quit their 9 to 5.
No.
And also not everyone can be
I
self-employed.
wouldn't quit mine right now. I wouldn't. Because do you know why?
Why?
Because I know where I am in terms of, okay, it actually, I think it's a very bold decision to just wake up and say, I'm quitting on Monday. You're bold.
I think by now you should know me ni cheesy kidogo.
So when it's cheesy. But you know me, I have to look at, okay, you know, you have bills to pay. You have rent to pay. I mean, you have a lot waiting. And in as much as sometimes we say that, oh, the salary is not as...
Yeah, money is
it's
important.
Doing something.
It is.
It's paying your bills. It's taking off. And you know, it also has that sense of security, a 9 to 5. It has predictability.
Yeah. I think we've just gone straight into pros. Yeah.
Yes, it has predictability. And also sometimes they're not... You see why everybody cannot become self-employed? It's because not everyone has the discipline and the drive to want to be a leader of their business.
That's true.
Yeah. Not everyone. Like, maybe I feel better when I'm being led by someone else.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's also personality and what you are. Look, you have to be really honest with yourself.
Yeah. And then, bro, I can't just quit, man. Because I'll have to look like, do I have like 6 months savings?
Yeah.
About 6 months. Okay. Do I have a plan? Like a plan. You may not have it all together, but like you knew, okay, if I do this, you are going to go on your cell phone, maybe the journey of content creation.
Right.
It may not pay as much in the beginning. It may not even pay in the beginning, but at least you're building on something. But you can't just quit your job to stay at home.
No, that's true. No,
because life goes on.
No, if anything, that's very, that's unwise. Let me put it that way. I want to preface this when it comes to, I understand not everyone can quit their job, especially people who have families.
Yeah, if you have dependents.
Yeah, that's a whole different ball game.
And that's why people stay in jobs they don't even like.
Yeah. What are the cons for you now? Let's get to the juicy part.
Let's get to the cons.
Yeah.
I think the con for me is I cannot take my creative, I cannot drag my creative side fully to the corporate side. Like I cannot be fully who I am on this side, on that other side, because corporate is very structured. If there's something that is in your personality and it's not aligning with that corporate, you're not going to bring it. You know, people assume, you're working, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
But that does not necessarily mean it will come with the financial stability that you want. Because you have to look at what you're earning, and assuming you're to start a side hustle, is your main hustle able to support the side hustle? So
and for most people, it's barely sustaining them.
It's only paying for the bare minimum. Actually, I feel like sometimes, most of the times, employment, if you don't do your maths well, you're gonna end up on survival mode.
Yeah.
You're just going to end up on survival mode. And that's where you find there are people who survived like all their lives. Like if you look at our parents even, and the state they are right now, okay, maybe they have an asset here and there, but you realize their life is it's not thriving like 100% the way it should.
Or even how it used to.
Or how there are people who've actually gone lower.
Yeah.
It's gone, the graph has gone the other way. Yet these guys, we are like, oh, but see, walikuwa na time ya kuinvest.
I was speaking, very, very good points you've stated. I was speaking to my dad the other day and I asked him, what is the thing that you miss? Because he grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And so he understands, he has the two dichotomies.
Yeah.
And what was very clear is that the quality of life right now is drastically lower.
Yeah.
Things are more expensive.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a video that I did. I posted it on socials. Now, I had to mask it like, have you guys observed? But really, I think the 9 to 5 was like, guys, there's something ultimately wrong with how our society, the system is working.
Yeah.
Look at me, the system, capitalism, it is. So Quality of life. And you've spoken about isolation.
Yeah.
And I found myself.
Yeah. It's not on purpose.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
You find yourself isolating and you
have to be selective on your social.
Extremely selective.
You have to be selective
because
on
you
your
don't
social capabilities.
you don't want to give too much because you're already giving a
you're
lot of
reserving energy for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now, how do I phrase this so that, again, I'm not demonizing the 9 to 5, but there's something fundamentally wrong with how companies are operating right now. Not the company that I worked in. And when my dad said the quality of life is lower, I was like, fine, but does it have to do with the financial aspect?
Yeah.
And we explored it, and he mentioned community.
Yeah.
Right now, we work so much, the isolation. There's a sense of community that is lost right now.
There is.
People before, and I asked him, so how would you guys sustain yourself? And the community was a great part of that. It was an epicenter.
Yeah.
So work and life was intertwined.
Yeah.
Because you never really depended so much on the government or a company for food, for literally your livelihood.
Yeah.
And that has been fragmented so much.
Yeah.
So kwanza ukikuja hapa Nairobi, so you make sure you get your own place.
Yeah.
You get your job.
Yeah.
Now, when you isolate
that
yourself,
has already taken like 70%.
Right?
Yeah.
So you feel as though you need more things to sustain yourself so that you can actually survive.
Yeah.
And that's actually the reason why I made that video, because I thought, oh wow, this is insane. I guess it also got me to that point where my YouTube videos, my history was just I quit my 9 to 5. I quit my 9 to 5.
Then all you're getting is how I quit my 9 to 5, how I am doing. Like it's quitting. And when you go to the comment section of those things, you realize, the world is going through it all.
No, it really is. People are not being dramatic.
Like it's not a unique problem to you.
It really
it cuts across in all countries. And I hear it's even worse in first world countries.
It is.
The culture is work.
Yeah, I mean, you see most companies right now are prioritizing profits over people.
Yeah.
So it's all about the bottom line. So my question is, so do we start with this and then we can talk about the pros and cons of self-employment? Because I don't want to be whimsical with this. And now that I've tasted freedom.
You don't want to be delulu about it.
I don't want to be delulu.
Because there is a reality.
There is a reality.
And the reality is that it's unpredictable.
But I would rather the uncertainty than the misery. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me the uncertainty.
Anytime.
Misery.
Yeah.
Willow, do you remember when you used to talk to me?
Mpaka you have eye bags, and it shows. It shows when you're miserable.
But going back to the why are people quitting?
I feel like the millennials have they've built a muscle towards struggle.
Okay.
Gen Zs, they do not want to suffer in that essence.
Yeah.
They do not want to be. We are patient in the suffering.
Yeah.
We are patient. We are like, okay, ni sawa. Sisi, we even started with internships. We were not getting paid anything.
Yeah.
And we still went and came back.
Yeah.
But Gen Zs, they are more of, they want the results.
Right.
They want the results now. The persistence is not there. Millennials, we are very persistent. Millennials will not quit jobs until they know what's their next move.
So this is more about resilience.
Yes, their resilience is something else. Most corporates, well, unless like you're in your 50s and you've taken time to grow, in your 40s you've taken time to grow. But for us young people, you're still starting off life. You're paid enough to survive, but you're not paid enough to thrive.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's why you're mentally exhausted.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this thing called silent quitting? I even know the terms nowadays.
Silent
quitting.
Silent quitting.
Do you know what that is?
Define that for me. I know what it is, but let me get your definition.
So let me see if I can make it as simple as possible. It's doing just enough in your job. Just enough to not get you fired.
Yeah.
But never above and beyond your job description.
Yeah. So you're giving the bare minimum. Bare minimum.
So you're not flagging the company that this is a bad worker.
Yeah.
But you can disappear.
Yeah.
you can just do enough.
Yeah.
Maybe because of what is demanded of of you.
That happened to me in my previous position.
Tell me about it.
That happened to me in my previous position.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
I didn't feel the need to be involved in any projects. I didn't feel the need to volunteer.
And how did you get there?
You know, in the beginning I had fire.
Are we seeing a trend now?
In the beginning.
Because of the newness.
Because of the newness.
Yeah.
So when you're in this newness, and I think I'm very good at utilizing the energy that I have at that moment.
Yeah.
Because what I did is that, you know, I for some reason you were involved in projects, in innovations, this or that. People end up knowing you and all that. So by the time you go on your lower energy side, people already know what your abilities are.
Okay.
Because there's something I realized about corporate. You cannot be on the lower side and be introverted in corporates at the same time. You'd rather, let me tell you, if you want to stay afloat in corporates,
right,
people have to know what you can do.
Okay.
Whether it's getting into a meeting and before the meeting ends, make sure you say a word.
Okay.
Say something. Say some. I'm telling you,
Guys, write this down.
Nobody will notice the quiet guy in the corner.
So
even Millie said, the good girls don't. Let me tell you.
They don't win. I don't know what she says. I'm a
good
bad girl, Millie.
But then now, when you get to this other side and your energy starts going low, you're like, no, I want to chill now. Because sometimes also when corporates know that you're capable of something,
right,
they might end up using you. Not my corporate, but they might
give you more responsibilities, but you're not compensated.
They might say, okay, that corner guy is not doing much, but there's someone here who is vibrant, he's able to handle much at the same time.
Oh, I knew you're thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a raise.
You're going to get a raise for it, but instead of getting the raise, you get more work.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. But you have to...
So this is a perception thing, huh? You need to play your cards right.
You need to, you know how they say, ati kwa ofisi ukitaka watu wakitaka kuja uko busy, kama ukiingia asubuhi na umechelewa, ingia kama umejam. Alafu make sure unatembea uko na papers nini, look serious on your laptop, go to meetings, have ideas. You may not even have the solutions, by the way. Have ideas to just throw in one by two.
Have you ever been self-employed before?
Yes. By force, when you had to lose a job, and I was forced to self-employ myself.
What year were you really going through it?
2021.
You spoke about it on the pod.
Yeah, on the first pod. Mine, based on my experience, I didn't have so many pros because I was on a survival mode.
Okay.
It was a job that I nilifutwa a job, in short. Yeah. You know, it's one thing to quit a job. It's another thing to kufutwa a job. See, come here, Flo, guys, I'm quitting my job. What was I saying?
Wellington, what was she saying?
I had more time to sleep.
You had more time to sleep.
Yeah, but mine was not, mi nilifutwa. mimi sikuquit, mi nilifutwa, meaning you were not ready.
So you're shocked, you're like, ah.
Yeah, so mimi kwanza, unalala hiyo wiki moja juu ya shock, urikave, you know, unatry kupick map. Sasa nianzie wapi? Yeah. Where do you start? I had no plan. Honestly, I had no much. Did I have savings? The job was paying peanuts, bana. So your saving my life those years.
So your bank account was humble.
It was humble. It was on
its knees.
It was like on its knees. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So I slept in 1 week. Okay. Not knowing what to do.
Yeah. I think you needed that.
Yeah. However, I like the sudden creativity and sudden awareness and being woke that comes with being self-employed. You know that it now depends on you.
Yeah.
You have to come up with the ideas. You have to make it work.
Yeah.
I loved the exhilaration of, I could go out today and not come back with money, but I love that, it's on me. And it has that flexibility as well.
Absolutely. I agree with the independence and the autonomy that you have over your life.
Yeah.
And it is liberating.
Yeah.
So you get to choose what to do, when to do it.
And your finances can actually grow more depending on your business stability. But business, it's money that you can grow more. You're not expecting 20 Gs this month, 20 Gs 3 months later, 20 Gs. The money grows as you grow.
True that.
So that's the other thing. In the beginning, it's going to be rough, but
Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
Yeah.
My pro, I would say the immediate effect was I was starting to see in black and white. And things were looking bleak.
Yeah.
Now I can see in technicolor. Things are vibrant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
like a veil was, I don't know, something was lifted.
Absolutely. I would say sometimes it can feel that the amount of time is a lot. So you start to think, what am I doing? What do I do next?
Yes.
Where do I even start? Yeah. It's easy to swim in a swimming pool because there's a
structure,
border.
There's a
If you're dipped in the ocean, there is perceived freedom.
Yeah.
But it's so vast.
Yeah.
It can overwhelm you.
Yeah.
So there was a point I was thinking, wait, what am I doing?
Did you feel idle? At some point, I know it's only been like a week, but are there days you feel like, what am I doing with my life? People are out there hustling, and do you feel that?
I haven't felt that yet. I would say that my mind...
You're still in the honeymoon phase.
Sort of. But I will say my mind is now constantly thinking, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
So I'm
You're strategizing.
So I'm attuned to what opportunities can I seize as fast as possible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also being gracious with myself because I don't want to rush the process. There's some things that just also take time.
Yeah, yeah.
So remember when I was speaking to you and I said, I refuse to worry.
Yeah.
I refuse to worry.
Yes.
I have been in beginning of the year, I was in a terrible situation, but somehow God provided.
Yeah.
Somehow.
He
just came through. So I was just like, okay, there's no point in worrying. It makes things worse. It does not solve the issue.
Yeah.
So why don't I just use that energy and actually do something, no matter how small.
Yeah.
So what I've realized, it's the small things, the incremental things that you do on a daily basis.
Yes.
That seems to be more monumental than doing one big thing.
Yeah. That's true. But even the Lord says, do not worry about tomorrow. Come at the birds of the air.
That's the verse I was thinking about. If he clothes, if he takes care of the sparrows, or if he clothes the flowers, what about you, whom he is obsessed with? That's the word. This baby is huge on TikTok.
I would say how many followers I have, but you're also huge on TikTok. Flo has over 10,000 followers.
You do have the same as well.
No, you have more than I have.
Yeah.
And you remember when we were starting I think, is it a pod in Feb? The one that we did in Feb. Mm-hmm. You were like, TikTok. You only had, I think, maybe 1,000 followers. And you were not even doing much.
I had 300.
You had 300. And then I remember telling you that, TikTok, by the way, you pick haraka kuliko.
You're right.
YouTube and all that.
Yeah. The algorithm is favorable.
This babe, aliran na the maandamano wave.
Hey, so we go there.
Let's go.
No, first of
all. What an year.
Gosh.
Oh, what an year politically. Forget about our jobs.
Yeah.
Politically.
From June. Things
from
have
the
just
budget
been chaotic.
To the finance bill we moved to who? Adani. We went to Shah. We went to
there's the Savo.
Oh my
God.
So
the JKA, that's Adani.
Yeah.
There's the national parks.
Yeah.
Which barely, we just touched it and then it went to something else.
Yeah.
There's the corruption cases which we can't even keep up at this point.
We can't.
What's the other one that we were talking about?
The minerals? It's the national parks one. Yeah.
What's the other one?
The extrajudicial killings.
Gachagua now
we are at the peak
of Gachagua being
Gachagwa's impeachment.
So with TikTok, I wasn't even riding the wave. So I wasn't able to do the podcast. I needed to express myself one way or another.
I
didn't have the guts to do it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because it's a weird
It's a very, it's a different crowd.
It's a very different crowd.
Yeah.
So me, I thought 300 followers, whatever.
Yeah.
Let me just say what I want to say.
Yeah.
So I just kept on doing the videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. The reception is
okay.
So I posted one on Instagram and maybe a few other static whatever, my thoughts.
Yeah.
And then it got to the height of I hate Ruto. I haven't been able to watch that video.
I saw that
till today.
I hate Ruto. And that was the video that trended the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was telling me that his friend who's in the States, basically I'm in family WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
That's hilarious to me. But it speaks to the country, and I don't think I said necessarily anything that was profound.
No.
But it was raw and it was honest.
Yeah.
So that's what people resonated with.
Yeah. And I think for a very long time, it was the first wave and the first time that the young people were getting involved in the affairs of the nation.
Oh, man. Wellington,
it was the first time.
Did you go for the protest? Look at me, Mulikanye. You did?
You did?
Yeah.
Hey.
I have some clips of even I went to the top of KCC.
No way.
I recorded
videos. Yeah.
Yes, I was on top of KCC. Recorded videos of people getting to the Senate.
Yeah.
Burning
that particular day, yeah.
That day you went.
Oh yeah.
That was the day.
That was the day.
When we were on top of KCC, a stray bullet came and knocked and hit one of the ladies we were with.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Wait, when they were shooting upwards.
Okay,
Ama ni zile za kushtua
Well, the rubber bullets were actually bullets.
Live bullets. There was a time that they started using them.
Yeah, when it went bad, yeah.
So out of nowhere, like by chance, just a bullet came and knocked one of the ladies on the hand.
Did it graze her or did it pass through?
Grazed.
I mean, still.
Man.
I remember that particular day.
That was a crazy day.
That particular day,
intense.
First of all, I was so fired up. I think I'd reached that point.
Yeah.
Also people were releasing the stress during those protests. And things were just going south.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy who's forcing things down our throats.
Yeah.
And we're telling him, Bana, listen.
Hatutaki.
We don't want that thing and we don't want you.
Yeah.
Toka.
Yeah. And
that's a lot.
It's only been 4 months. See, it started in when?
Dude, it feels
May.
It feels like a lifetime.
Man.
And we're not even done. We're in the midst of it.
And I feel like everything people are fighting for, it's like...
It's been unraveled.
It's been...
It feels like. But I think...
A change did happen. But I think it's now that we are knowing what these guys are doing.
Gosh,
they had done a lot more before. Because the thing with Kenya is that we always know when things are about to go wrong. Or when things are wrong, actually.
Yeah. It's too late.
You're like, oh, okay, the airport. And there is a contract, 95 billion, Ketraco, and... Oh, okay. At the tail end.
With the Adani thing, I think right now he's using the title deed to secure loans. I don't know what happened to the national park and the mining of what gemstones, coal from our national parks. What happened to that? That story has been buried.
It's been buried. Now we are focusing on the impeachment.
What about the Shif and the Shah?
And the Shif and the Shah. Kwanza the Shif and the Shah thing. You remember that elderly guy? The video that was trending, he was crying because... But this is the issue that I have with Shah. I'm not even going to get to what it's providing, that's not the issue. My issue is, okay, sawa, we are doing away with the NHIF. Okay, sawa, assuming to may accept. But has the government set the structures in place to ensure that, because if a school is not performing, do you shut down the school?
No, you improve the school.
You improve the school. So the thing is, have you signed, okay, we have Shah, sawa, you're asking people to register. Once we've registered, if we go to hospitals, can someone in a dispensary in Kitale, a private hospital in Nairobi, anywhere, any hospital that you walk into?
Yeah.
In fact, let's take it a notch higher and say, you're giving us something new. This something new can even cater for you in pharmacies if you need medicines, if we don't have meds in our government hospitals. Can it be bettered to that much?
Yeah.
Like... And also, you know why we are not even getting why there is such a battle in the SHA and NHIF thing? Because this guy, you've told people to register, but have all the hospitals signed a memorandum of understanding?
They owe the hospitals 6.1 billion Kenya shillings.
Come on.
So what makes you think when a structure, like you're saying, that is incompetent and inadequate at the foundation, what makes you think this an introduction of this new thing will work and will be trusted? Clearly, it's a scheme to exploit people, and the consequences are so dire.
I want to know what your dad especially, because he's of a different generation, I'd want to know what he thinks about what's going on.
No, he is in complete agreement.
Because I've seen parents are still rigid. They're like, no,
rigid about what?
Yeah, like, pana to time, this Gen Z. Your dad, how does he feel?
No, he's in complete support. He gave me this book, Our Turn to Eat. He's like, what's the word? Educate yourself.
Yeah.
And I've been reading it. It actually explains the political, what's the word? Inworks of how these guys eat our money.
Yeah.
It's quite something. No, so he's in support.
It's been the turn of the government for so long.
Yeah, so with Ruto, what about them extending their terms from 5 years to 7 years? It just, poof, vanished. It's like headlines come, they pop up, and then now we have this Gachagua thing.
Which feels like a distraction.
It is a distraction. It is.
Yeah.
Gachagua goes, nothing is going to change.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Because we don't even, it has nothing to do with us that he's going. No. It's political. It's theatrics. Listen, it's their thing. It's BS.
It is. It's the political class sending a message that whoever does not align with Ruto's strategies, whatever his vision, you will be removed by force. Yeah. The problem that I have is...
He's a patient.
Is that how they've gone about this process is they've completely undermined the justice system.
Yeah.
Even a crook should go through the process of the justice system correctly.
Was so fast.
But again, there's also the other side. What made Gachagua think that him blindly being loyal to Ruto would earn him points when we were protesting, he distanced himself from Ruto, and Ruto's like, this is a problem. No one will betray me. So he's being cut off.
Evil too.
And the other problem is that Gachagua did not stand with the Kenyan people when it mattered the most. And the Kenyan people remember that. So if Gachagua stood with the Kenyan people and he still got impeached, at some point, the Kenyan people would support him.
Yeah, they would support him.
So,
but right now we are like...
Yeah, you did not... Okay. He was lukewarm. One moment, Kufa, shifting blame.
Yeah.
So, dude,
But also I've just been... Because I was thinking, if these guys are able to impeach a vice president that fast... You guys can actually work if you want to.
Yeah.
You can work. That was fast. 10 days.
Less than even.
That was fast. And you guys showed up in parliament. I haven't seen you guys showing up when we have lots of problems. If that efficiency is applied to making this country work, and then where is the voice of the president in all this? Because I'd want to know.
What do you mean?
Where is the voice of the president in this Gachagua impeachment? Where is the voice of the president? Where is the stand of or does it mean that the constitution, because he was...
What do you mean? No, he's the one, from my opinion...
Vocally, where is the voice of the president? Where does he stand?
He wants Gachagua out. That is evident. He has bought the parliament.
Yeah.
He has bought the Senate. It's just that he's very good.
And that's why we know it's compromised.
Of course.
Because if it was the MPs being against Gachagua and Ruto was not in it, Ruto would be like, no, he's my guy. Let me sit my guys down. Let's have a conversation. But he knows his hand is all over it.
It is. I just pray this country is not going on the path of dictatorship, because it is clear that that is the result that they want. I pray that this country does not lose freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And Kenyans and freedom of speech, we are
but
defenders.
It's a good thing that we are fighting back now. We are very vocal and bold about it.
Do you think there's going to be another protest? I can sense this.
I can sense
the tension is building.
There is regrouping happening as well. Yeah. Like I know today there is an event happening at Uhuru.
Oh, really?
At Uhuru Park.
Don't look at me telling you shit.
See what Ruto has done to us. Yeah. I know they're saying it's a freedom thing to celebrate the heroes and they did all that, but there's a lot of regrouping because it's a meeting of young people. Oh. There's lots of regrouping even on Twitter and all that, on X and all that. So
I think they've been stopped from entering.
But Sakaja said...
Is that the one?
Sakaja alikataa, by the way.
Uhuru Park is not open to anyone.
If you want to reserve it, reserve it on a day that's not a holiday.
Yeah.
You should have seen me during the protest. Let's go. Aki tulikula tear gas. Wow.
Hey, Aki na hiyo kitu ni
no, it's guy. Not a joke.
It's not a joke.
So, episode 17, Willow. I was telling you that I want to do this once a month.
Yeah.
I wish I could do this 4 times in a month. And I know I'll get there. I'm excited that I did this episode. Yeah. I love that you are here and you did it with me.
Here.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I love having you here. Let me know any funny stories if you quit your job. How did you quit your job? I want to laugh the way I laughed at those 2 comments. Y'all are hilarious. It's a spiritual
journey.
I may or may not come back.
Man.
Next week, twende live. Sawa.
Ami bado siko ready. Wewe unaniforce nigote.
Kiss it. We're going live. Willow. Sawa. You guys catch us live on our TikTok.
Catch us live.
Yeah, I'll put the handle somewhere in there.
If it gives me money, I'll be going live.
The moment you had money, I think this girl is a Kikuyu. Besha.
Besha.
Watch the next video.